What's up guys, and welcome to another video. This one's a little different. It's kind of a DIY. I think it's going to be pretty sweet and I'm really excited for the turnout. So if you're curious what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to explain it to you right now. Alright, so we're inside the car. If you guys know, I did just install bags on my Subaru, and with the 3P system, you get this controller. And like I described it, it was like an iPhone or an iPod or something. And most people would mount it like right here, or you know, here, or like the one over there, but I don't like that because of the wires. So what I did already, since you can see it's coming out of this side right here instead of over there, I ran it out under this panel, and I went ahead and bought one of these. It's a suction cup phone holder. It actually fits the system, the management system controller, really well. My goal is to have the controller like right here-ish, and that way it's out of the way and it's super easy to access. It's right in front of my face. I can glance down, check my PSI, and do all that stuff right here. So a better example were to be if you were in the driver's seat like this, this guy would be essentially sitting like right here, or like right here, or maybe over a little bit, and that way I can just reach down and hit it and it'll be super easy. So this mount is flexible, and the only problem is I have the suction cup on there. I'm gonna have to like cut it off right here, so that way I don't have the suction cup. I mean, it's just so like in the way when it's mounted like this. Even over there, I just don't like these. They look stupid. And this controller, I mean, it's been fine down in the cup holder. It's super ugly, and like it looks like I don't care because it's just sitting in my cup holder. So I'm gonna actually try to make a mount. We're gonna have to get this panel off, make some measurements, and go ahead and mount it. I have two different mounting options. I bought self-tap screws to just screw right into it. I don't really want to do self-tapping screws, but if need be I will. But I also bought some short bolts and nuts, so that way I can drill a hole and drill it down and tighten it, and that way, you know, it's super secure and there's no chance of it stripping out of the plastic. So the first thing we're gonna have to do is take a saw and cut off the suction cup. I'm gonna throw it in the vise right here and just cut it as close to the mounting bracket as possible. Alright, so now that we got the base cut off and there's no more suction cup, this is what we're going to be working with. It is just the mount and the flexible tube that comes off of it. It's going to be super easy. I hope it's just going to like line up. I'm going to find the spot, bolt the clamp down, and we'll be done. So these are the brackets we're going to be using. Obviously they're silver with the black interior. It's going to look terrible, but I do just have some gloss black paint. And it is a little chilly in here, but I do have my heater on pointing at this, which will then make it warmer. And so we're just gonna hit this with a little bit of spray paint, make them black, let them dry while we mark up the holes with other brackets that we do have. And then by the time that we're mocked up and ready to bolt these in, you know, they should be dry. Alright, so that took about 5 seconds. These guys are painted the first coat. I mean, I don't know if I'm even going to need another coat. Just going to let those dry while we go ahead and mock up this guy on the inside of the car. And then while we do that, these are going to be drying. Okay, awesome. So we have the holes mocked up right here for the silver brackets. I believe there's a bolt under here that allows this panel to come off. So once that panel comes off, we just need to find the proper bolt size, drill the holes here, lay the piece down, you know, run the bolts through and attach the nut to the other side, and then put the piece back on. So I got the screw out, but the panel does not want to come out. And I feel like it's going to snap, or I'm not going to be able to get it put back in if I keep yanking on it, and I just don't want to break it. So honestly, if you just pull on it, there's plenty of space. So I think I'm just going to drill it here and then it gives me enough room on the back to thread the nut on, and it'll save me the effort of possibly breaking this. And then if that breaks, the whole project is ruined. So here are the nuts and bolts that I got, and I did just pick up this drill bit set considering it was so cheap. I figured why not? There's a zip tie on it, so. Alright, so we got the holes drilled right here. The bit was a little bit smaller than I thought, but all we had to do was just kind of move the drill around a tiny bit. And the plastic is so soft that these bolts here actually kind of like thread in, so it's just an extra, you know, no wiggle room or anything like that now. Awesome. These pieces are pretty much done drying. They actually are they're gloss black, so they look okay. Definitely better than the silver. So I may like use a Sharpie or something to go over the head of one of these, or when I use these, because I don't want that much silver. I don't think it'll be a huge deal. I mean, but you know, we'll see how it looks when it's all bolted up. Okay, so these guys are all bolted in. I need to still put the screw on the piece here. Now it does have the clips that will lock it in place, but this is kind of where it sits. I'm gonna go ahead and set this guy where it needs to go. I'm gonna make it a little bigger. Now obviously we can tuck these wires away a little more, but you know, they can go under this panel very easily. So it's definitely, there's not going to be much exposed wire other than this little piece right here. But I'm going to go sit, now that is 5th gear if you're curious, so there's plenty of space. You know, I'm not going to be hitting anything in 5th gear. And as a passenger, my leg isn't, I don't feel like I have to sit like this or anything. I can just kind of sit comfortably, and even if the seat was moved up a little bit, it's close, but I don't feel like I'm cramped. So that's awesome. I'm actually really hyped on how that came out. Oh, yo, that's exactly how I wanted it. So if this is, I'm gonna take you off the tripod real quick. So if this is where you were sitting, you know, you're driving, you just reach over and it's right here. And it's like just, I think it looks super cool too. Like there's 5th, so there's 1st, all the way over up into 5th, and there's still like plenty of clearance. I could have my entire fist on the shift knob up into 5th, pull down. It doesn't even come in the way. So, and then now all I have to do is just reach over and just, I can press the buttons. You know, it's not going anywhere if I need to release it. I just hold that thing on the side. I can set that there. I mean, geez, if I wanted to, I could just, if I needed to use a GPS or something, I could put my phone there, unclip it, take my phone out, and then throw this guy back where it needs to go, clamp it in place. Awesome. So yeah, that's actually a good place for a GPS if you ever needed one. Awesome. So the only thing is that the screws are still silver, so I may Sharpie them or leave them for now and get back to them and make them black. Well, I'm very happy with the outcome. Like you've seen, I think it looks really sweet, and it's pretty clean too. You don't have to have it up on that vent right there, or these two, and then you'd have to like run the wires somewhere. Now all I have to do is tuck these away, and this guy will be set. So hopefully this was a cool little video, and it was super easy. It literally cost me like under $10 with the, well, if you include the phone holder, the phone holder was, I believe, $20, and then like 70 cents for like that pack of metal brackets, and then like $2 or $3 for the bolt and nut set, and that's all it is. Now, I think that's awesome. You know, I did initially see something like that on the internet. I think Crispy Media did that with his Legacy. So I kind of got some inspiration from there. His was set up a little differently. I have no idea how he mounted it or anything like that, but I do take inspiration from that, and I think this looks awesome. So if you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed this kind of cool DIY install style, please just go ahead and like the video, subscribe, comment what you thought about it. Do you think this is cool? Think this is lame? I don't care. I like to hear any kind of interaction at all. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. There are more videos coming, and I hope this car season is going to be awesome. So thanks again, guys, and have an awesome day.